Hello and welcome to my channel, Be Natural with me. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a hair growing oil. I call it crazy oil because there's so many ingredients, but all has amazing benefits if you have trouble with hair falling, dandruff, or just thinning hair, the hairs are falling, dandruff, or just unhealthy scalp, and early graying of hair. I mean, all kinds of hair issues. This one oil will solve it. So, but it's, again, I do admit it has tons of ingredients, but once you get the ingredients ready, it's really easy to make it. So hope you will stick around and watch the entire video. But before we get started, please do subscribe if you're new here, and also hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of my new videos. And let's get started. And don't worry, I will list all of the ingredients I'm using in the description below. So, but I'm gonna go over all of the things I have here. So I'm using some fresh onions. So this is a red onion. I chopped it up, and I won't get too detailed into the benefit of each because my video will turn out to be too long. But here's some chopped up garlic, and then some chopped up ginger, and in here I have fresh let's show you, fresh mint and some fresh basil. It's called Indian basil, which I have a tree in my backyard. There it is, Indian basil, but you can use any basil if you want to skip, and it's totally fine if you don't have all the ingredients. Don't worry about it. Use whatever you have at home available, and it's okay to skip some ingredient. It will still be very effective. And here I got some, we call it in Hindi or Punjabi, call it Kalonji, which is a black seeds. So let me give you a good look of that. So I have that, and then I got some rice. Okay, and then this is Amla, gooseberry, Indian gooseberry. And then I have some Fenugreek seeds as well. It doesn't stop here. I got more. Okay, and here's some hibiscus flowers, which are dried hibiscus flowers. I got them from the local market here. And like Fenugreek seeds, they're easy to find from any Indian store. So is the gooseberry, and rice, you can find them anywhere. And also the black seeds, you can get them from Amazon or also from Indian store. I will list the ingredients that you could find easily from Amazon down in the description, so not to worry. But let's see, there's a few more things. All right, so again, as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to use everything. You can use whatever you have available. And here I'm going to use some rosemary. My backyard is full of rosemary, and it has lots of benefits for your hair. Help with stimulate the hair, the growth, and also it has a nice fragrance to it. So I will be using some fresh rosemary, which I dried it out in the sun dried. And also we call them curry pata, which is a curry leaves. It's and again, these are also from let me just show you some. Here I got a whole bunch. They're just dried. That's why they look all not so green anymore, because I let them dry in the sun. So they're home dried, but you can buy these fresh ones from any of the Indian stores, or I'm sure they're probably available on Amazon, but I never had to buy any since I got a tree at home. So we will use some of that, and then of course, finally, the last thing is you will need some type of carrier oil. You can use any carrier oil of your choice. Some of the options I would recommend, either olive oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil. And of course, you would need a jar big enough that would fit all the ingredients in. So let's get started. All right, guys, so again, wanted to still remind you one more time, don't get intimidated with all my feel like a million different ingredients, but it does, you will, the results are amazing. It saved my hair. I had you know, some thyroid issues, so because of that I've been losing a lot of hair, but it really, like right now, literally, I mean, my hair falling has completely stopped. I've been using this oil for over, I would say, a couple of months though, so it does, anything natural, it does take time. So I added some fresh onions. Now I'm gonna add some fresh garlic. Okay, and next thing I go, I feel like I'm cooking, but you know. All right, so next is fresh ginger. Here we go. And there goes my mint and some basil in it. Okay, and if you don't have this stuff fresh, you can also use the dry as well. That works equally. And then here goes the hibiscus flowers. Okay, and then, and if you have fresh hibiscus flowers, that works as well. And this is the amla, so I'm gonna add the dry amla. Again, same thing, if you can find some fresh amla, that's good as well. And here goes the black seeds, which is the Kalonji, and the rice. There goes the rice. Okay. And this is the Fenugreek Seeds. Okay, let's see what else is left. Oh, I got my leaves, which is the rosemary and some curry pata leaves, which is the curry leaf. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my rosemary in there. And rosemary smells so good. Oh, I feel very blessed. I have so much rosemary at home. But again, this is easy to find from any of the nurseries. You can, I wouldn't recommend buying it from the grocery store, because I feel like you get little for your money. Instead, it's easy to just buy the plant. You can just go to any nursery, any like Home Depot stores, anywhere, just buy the plant. Even though if you don't have a space to grow it, you can just keep it in the pot and use it for all kinds of different, you know. So I'm gonna try to see how much curry pata and rosemary I can put it in this jar, because I do need to leave obviously some room for oil as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add a few more leaves. Let's see. Okay, I think I got good amount. And there we go. Okay, our next step is to add the oil in there. So, and again, for this I decided to go with the olive oil, but you know, you can use any oil of your choice. So I'm using the olive oil. So I'm gonna just make sure I fill up this jar all the way, everything cover up with oil. Okay, there we go. So I think I got it. So as you can see, this is, you know, fairly simple, easy process. It's just getting all the ingredients handy is probably the hard part. So a few different ways to process this. Again, once you have it all in, just make sure you give it good shake. Just mix everything, mix it up. And now, okay, you could what you could do is you could just you know, let it sit like this for about a week to process naturally. That's just one way to do it. Or you can use a double boiling method, a slow heat method, to also, you know, get it processed quickly. So I have used both of these processes in the past. So this time I will go ahead and show you the double boiling process, so that way, you know, we can just quickly get this oil ready. And, you know, again, as I said, you can, there's many different ways to extract this oil. You can leave it in the sun. Some people leave it in the sun for like at least like 30 days. That also works. You can leave it just indoor in your closet for a week or 2 weeks. That works. Or double boiling. So we're going to go with our third option, which is double boiling. So for that, we're going to go inside to my kitchen and I'll continue showing you. So if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so that way you're notified of any of my new videos. And also don't forget to like and share with your friends. All right, so we are on to our step number 2 of the process. So what I did is I used a big pan and filled it up with just water and let it heat up on a, first I kept it on a high heat so the water can get heat up. And since now my water is you know, it's hot, I am gonna go ahead and turn it to very low heat, and there we go. So lower the heat on it, and now I'm gonna all, you know, all my million ingredients that we mixed it in the jar for our awesome powerful hair oil. So I'm gonna now let it sit in this water bath, in double boiling method you call it, for about 30 to 40 minutes. So, and then I usually, after the step, I like to kind of leave it overnight so it can cool down and it's continue to do its magic before I filter it out and store it. And you can store this for, it doesn't go bad, you can keep it as long as you need. And I like to normally apply it at least once a week, if not more. So, all right, so we will, I will show you our final step number 3 of the process. All right, guys, we are on to our step number 3, which is to filter the oil out. So for this, you would definitely need a strainer. So I'm gonna use just a regular kitchen strainer. And you need something where you could pour the oil onto. And I will highly recommend that you use some kind of labels. It depends on how many different oils you make. It gets confusing. So what I do is I always have my label ready before I kind of get the process started. For this one, I'm gonna say my magic hair oil. Okay, so I got my label ready, and let's go ahead and strain all our oil out. So this is again, you know, if you like to use, you could certainly use like a Muslim cloth or anything that you think you have available. So this strainer usually works pretty well for me. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly pour it all out. And of course, just to warn you, it does have the order from the garlic and ginger and onions in the oil. So if you cannot stand that order, the fragrance from all those, it's probably not, oil is not for you, but it does work really well for your hair. So, which again, I don't mind, because I usually leave it on in a couple hours and then I just wash my hair, so it doesn't really bother me. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slowly just take all the rest of the stuff and pour it back on, so I can just strain it like this. All right, so I was able to drain all the oil out of the ingredients we used, and now, and just to give you another tip on here is, you can save all this stuff. You don't have to throw it because it still has a lot of goodness in it. So what you could use is you could either repeat the process, or you can make a you know, just more oil, hair oil, or you can just soak it overnight and you can make it into a hair mask. Just soak it overnight, grind everything in the grinder, and you can even freeze that if it's too much to use it at one time. But definitely you can just reuse it, so it is not a waste. And then also, as you can see here, I got my label, my magic hair oil. You can name it whatever you like. So I have the label ready, and now I'm going to just pour all the oil in there, and this is good to go. It will last for a long time, and it technically doesn't expire anytime. I mean, I have used it for a few months, so it should last you a long time. It doesn't really go bad. So do give it a try, and trust me, it does work. It will make your hair much more healthier. It will help with the hair fall, the dandruff, or any of the hair issues that you have, along with using a natural shampoo, which is also very important. And I will include in the description, and also put a little card up on the camera, up on the right hand screen, if you want to watch my another video on how to make your own shampoo at home. So if you're still watching, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who can benefit from it as well. Thanks, and have a great day.